Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me today for this nice relaxing yoga session. So today it's going to be just completely on the floor. You are welcome to actually do this on your bed if you'd like, to make it even more comfortable. It's supposed to be nice and relaxing, just a stretch. Even do this after a workout or just before bedtime would be most appropriate. If you want to do it first thing in the morning, that's fine too, but it might make you more relaxed rather than ready to take on the day. So just keep that in mind. So I recommend that you have something to act as a strap. Now, if you're in your bed, you can even just grab a sock or something that's long, anything will work. And if you're not in your bed, grab yourself some pillows and some way to add for some comfortability to make it nice and relaxing as possible, okay? Alrighty, so let's just go ahead and get started. So we're going to start in a nice, comfortable seated position, sitting nice and tall, just nice and comfortably, and we'll just start by closing the eyes. And we're just going to inhale deeply through the nose. Hold that inhale for just a moment, and then exhale through the mouth and just let out a sigh and allow the shoulders to relax and the body to relax without slumping over. So we'll just do that for a little while. Inhale through the nose, making sure not to raise the shoulders, keeping the shoulders dropped and pulled back and relaxed. Holding the inhale, and then release through the mouth and relax. So just do this for a little while at your own pace, inhaling through the nose, holding the inhale for a moment, filling the belly, and then exhaling through the mouth and releasing any tension and bringing your focus and your awareness and your attention 100% to this practice and to your space, making sure you're ready and you're comfortable and you're ready to take on this just relaxing stretch and you're just ready to relax for the end of the day if that's what this time of the day is for you. So again, just remembering to inhale deeply through the nose, and I encourage you to smile when you inhale and just bring in some positivity as you're inhaling, okay? And as you hold that inhale, make sure you're holding that positive energy for just a moment. And then exhale and release any tension and anything that's been eating at you throughout the day. Let it all go here, okay? And if you've had your eyes open, I really encourage you to close your eyes for a little bit now and just inhale through the nose, smile, hold that. Exhale and release. So we'll just do that a little bit longer. Just do it at your own pace. No rush. Just very comfortably sitting comfortable and allowing the breath to be just steady, making sure those inhales are deep and those exhales release all of the excess tension and all of the air comes out on those exhales, okay? So just a couple of more. Hold with a smile and relax. And one more. Inhale, hold, smile, and relax. All right. So just sitting comfortably, cross-legged or a leg in front of the other is fine. If you're a little bit more comfortable, then go right ahead and stack one leg on top of the other. But find what's most comfortable for you. And we're just going to lean forward here. And you can go ahead and grab your pillows for this pose, okay, and bring them in front of you. And just lean forward, and you should get a little bit of a stretch on the side, okay? I have my left leg in front right now. So on my left side, I'm feeling a bit of a stretch in my hip. And again, if you feel a little bit more comfortable with the flexibility, stack the leg on top of the other. Otherwise, cross-legged is fine. And just lean forward. Use your pillows to prop you up or whatever you've got in front of you. If you don't have anything, just use your hands to comfortably guide you down comfortably and slowly. And we're just going to relax here for a few breaths, just getting this gentle stretch here. You can completely release the head here. Okay, and again, I encourage you to close the eyes and really focus on how you feel. Focus on the stretch, focus on where you're feeling it, and just relax as much as possible, trying to avoid any tension. Putting your pillows where you need them. If you even need to sit on a pillow, then that's fine too. Have all the pillows you need for this practice. So if you need to grab more, go right ahead and grab all the pillows, all the folded up blankets you have in your house. And we're just going to stay here and relax for a second. Just getting that gentle stretch. Now, if you're cross-legged right now, or just, one leg in front of the other, and you feel that you're a little bit more opened up, then go right ahead and try the stacked leg. Put your pillows in front of you and just lean forward. So you can see me, I'll move the pillows out of the way. So I just have one leg stacked on top of the other, nice and comfortably. Now, I don't have a space here. If you're doing this, then I encourage you to put your pillows underneath between your legs here to fill up that space. So that's an option as well. Okay? So that way you're not putting unnecessary pressure on this leg. So those are all options that you can do for this pose. So whichever one works for you, cross-legged, legs on the floor, pillows here, stacked legs, find that spot for you that's most comfortable. And then just lean forward and relax. And again, inhaling deeply through the nose. Exhale and release any tension. And as you inhale, imagine you're filling your back with air and you're just kind of feeling the ribs in your back expand and in the back of the shoulders. Really fill up the space between the ribs as you inhale deeply in this pose. And on the exhale, just relax and allow the body to fall forward. And if at any moment you're feeling yourself being able to go a little further, then go into the next modification with the legs stacked, without the pillows, the legs stacked with the pillows, or just remain right where you are if you're still feeling that stretch. Okay? And we'll do this for just a little bit longer. We'll get one more breath in on this side. All right. So we've remained on that side long enough. So I had my left leg stacked on top or in front, so I'm going to bring that left leg forward. If you had your right first, then you go ahead and bring the right forward. I'm going to grab my strap, wrap my strap around the palm of my foot, and I'm just going to sit up nice and tall, holding the strap for now. Sitting up tall with the foot pointed up, straight back, shoulders dropped, inhaling deeply, and on the exhale you can just gently hinge forward. Now, if you're comfortable just staying up tall like this and you feel the stretch here, then stay here. If you feel you can lean forward without hunching the back, then lean forward. But don't try to reach yourself forward. If this is where you're comfortable, then stay here, okay? And if even this is uncomfortable, then those pillows can go underneath the leg here for a gentle bend in the knee. If you're really tight and you can't even straighten your leg, then you go right ahead and put the pillows under the leg here too. That's another option. We want this to be as comfortable and as gentle as possible, okay? We're just getting a nice gentle stretch for this routine, so we don't want to hurt, okay? So you find wherever this pose works for you. Now you can go ahead and pull yourself forward if you're comfortable, but try not to bring the shoulders forward or hunch the back. Keep the shoulders pulled back and dropped, okay? And we're just going to remain here in this stretch for a little while. Remembering to inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale, and on the exhale, if you're able to, that's where you can go a little bit further, okay? As you exhale, pull the belly button in towards the spine, and just allow yourself to hinge a little bit further if comfortable. Only go as far as you're comfortable. If you're feeling the stretch, don't go further. If you feel like you can go a little bit further without hurting yourself, then go for it. The idea is to get that stretch nice and comfortably without hurting yourself, okay? This is how we increase our flexibility, is by finding that sweet spot of feeling the stretch and just holding it for, about a minute or two. That's how we increase our flexibility without causing damage. It's just that nice, comfortable spot where we feel the stretch, but we're not hurting ourselves. So again, we'll see if we can go a little bit further. And still, if you're up here, if you have the pillows under that knee, and that's as far as you go, then don't go any further. These are all the different modifications. And you can even put the strap down if you feel you can reach for the foot, wherever it is that you're comfortable with this pose. So we'll remain on this side for just a couple more breaths. I know I'm talking a lot, but I just want to make sure I'm perfectly clear and understood about how to make this as comfortable as possible for you. So that way you're getting that stretch comfortably and you're not hurting yourself at all. This should be relaxing. And just remembering to breathe. I know you're listening to me talk, but just remember to inhale deeply through the nose and exhale. Okay? Remember that through the whole routine. That's what you need to remember. Okay, so we'll release that side. I'll just do the exact same thing on the other side. So I had my left leg in front first. I'm bringing my right leg forward now. So again, cross-legged, legs just flat, legs stacked, right? Pillow underneath, wherever it is that you're most comfortable in this pose. Start there. Grab your pillows and lean forward. So I'm going to talk a little bit less now that you know what you're doing. So just find the place where you're most comfortable in this pose on this side. We're bringing the opposite leg forward this time. So inhaling deeply through the nose, holding that breath, and exhaling, relax through the pose. Okay? And you can just let the head fall forward here. And just close the eyes. Inhaling deeply through the nose. Bring that smile. Exhale, release any tension and allow yourself to just sink forward, using your pillows in any way you need to make it as comfortable as possible. So you're getting that nice stretch, but you're not hurting yourself at all. Okay, and we're just going to remain here for a few breaths on this side. So the reason we go nice and slow and we hold one pose for a long time is to really reap the benefits of whatever that pose is going to offer us. And then also, like I said, in order to increase our range of motion or increase our flexibility, we really want to be able to spend the time in that pose for as long as possible, 1 to 2 minutes if possible, because that's really what's going to very safely and effectively increase the flexibility, is by holding it for a long period of time. Because during that first 30 to 60 seconds, you're going to find your sweet spot and your body's going to adjust. And in that second minute's time, you're going to be able to go a little bit further and safely move forward into the pose, ideally. So if you can hold the pose for 1 to 2 minutes, you're really going to reap the benefits. You're really going to increase that flexibility and range of motion. So there's a little lesson for this episode. Okay. So if you feel again that you can move forward into another level of modification, then go right ahead and do that. Move into the stacked leg, add in the pillow under the knee if you need to, or just remain where you are if you're still feeling the stretch right where you are. Just remembering to inhale deeply and really inhale into the back and feel like you're kind of bringing space between the ribs. Good. All right, so we'll come out of that side. Move the pillows off to the side. Grab whatever we're using for a strap if we have one, or just using your hands if you like. And just the same thing, just wrap it around the foot, starting by sitting up nice and tall. On the exhale, bring yourself forward comfortably and gently, keeping the shoulders back, leading with the chest. And same thing, if you're really tight, put those pillows underneath the knee to help lift up the knee a little bit. Sit up tall, stay here if you need to. And if you have a hard time sitting up, like if it's really hard on your back to sit up, then you can go right ahead and use a wall for support. So you can sit right up against a wall and sit up tall and use your strap to help you get that stretch in. And as you feel comfortable, you can come off of the wall and carefully lean forward. So just like earlier, we're going to stay on this side. And if you're comfortable enough, you can go ahead and reach for the foot. Inhaling deeply, exhaling. And again, I encourage you to use your pillows any way you need to get as comfortable as possible while getting that stretch in. So we'll remain on this side for a little bit longer, inhaling deeply through the nose. Exhaling and going a little bit further if you're capable. We'll hold this side for a little bit longer. Good. Couple more breaths. We'll really reap the benefits on this side. Very good. Alright, so come out of that side, sitting up nice and tall, removing the strap. We'll take a moment to bring both feet in, bringing the feet together, and just hold on to the toes. Just letting the legs fall. If your legs are up here, that's okay. If they fall to the floor, great. If you need to, this is a place where you can put the pillows underneath each side for a little extra support. And I encourage that you make sure you're not pushing against the legs here, okay? We don't want to add pressure. We just want the legs to fall naturally and comfortably where they fall. And what you can do is keep your arms close. And if you're comfortable, go ahead and lean forward without pressing against the legs. And if you have extra pillows, you can bring the pillows in front of you as well. And just lean forward on the pillows if you like. And again, if you're up here and this is as far as you're going, that's okay. Wherever it is that you're most comfortable. So find that place where you get that stretch and you're very comfortably holding it. If you like, you can let the head drop in this pose. That's okay. You can bring your hands forward to help hold you up. Lots of options. Lots of options. Don't be afraid to find the place that works for you. Listen to your body. Take a moment to close your eyes and find that sweet spot. So I'm just going to explain the reason we don't want to push against the legs in this pose is sometimes people will find that their legs are up and they try to push them down to increase their flexibility in their legs so they can get their legs down. And I highly discourage that you do this because your legs might not reach the floor, and that might be due to bone structure and not due to flexibility. So if your hips are aligned in a way that don't allow your legs to come down to the floor like mine do, then you might just be putting pressure against your bones and causing damage if you're putting pressure against your legs. Okay? So if you're actually up like this and you're pushing and you don't feel a stretch when you push, you're just pushing and you can't get them to go down, then that's probably due to bone structure and not due to flexibility. So don't push against anything, okay? Just allow the legs to go where they go naturally and lean forward into it, and you'll get that nice deep stretch around the hips and the groin. And just relax, using your pillows how you need to, allowing your head to release. Bring your arms to the floor if you can. Just relax. Inhaling deeply through the nose. Exhaling and relaxing. We'll remain here for a little bit longer. Good. One more. Inhale deeply. Good. So we'll come out of that. Roll the neck a little bit. Stretch out the shoulders for a moment. Now we're going to add a little bit of movement to the body, just to get the spine going a little bit. So just move your pillows out of the way for a second. Come back to that comfortable cross-legged seated position. What we're going to do is we're going to inhale the arm up. I'm raising my right arm. And on the exhale, come down to the side as far as you're comfortable. Again, you can bring your pillow even to the side if you need support. You can hold yourself up here more, wherever it is that you're comfortable, getting this nice side stretch. Just inhale deeply into that side rib area, really getting a stretch. And on the next exhale, what I want you to do is swing this arm forward, bringing the other arm around and coming over to the other side. And you're going to inhale on this side, getting that nice deep stretch. And on the next exhale, you're going to come around back to the other side, inhaling on this side. So we're just going to do that for a little while, okay? Inhaling on the side, getting that stretch, and on the exhale, swing back to the other side. You can even look up if you're comfortable, inhaling, getting a nice deep stretch, exhaling, coming over to the other side. So we'll do that for a little bit longer. And just do this at your own breath, at your own pace. Don't feel like you have to follow me exactly. If you have the idea that you're inhaling and stretching and exhaling and coming around, then just go right ahead and go at your own pace with your own breath. Okay, everybody has different lung capacities. Everybody has, different flexibility areas, so you're going to move a little bit differently from me. You're going to move differently from anybody else who might be doing this video. So take the time to find your breath and your flow with your breath. Just make sure you're getting that nice fluid movement with the breath, inhaling on the stretch and exhaling on the movement. Getting a nice wide movement coming around, getting a good stretch in the spine and in the back and on the side here. So do it a little bit longer. So I started on my right, so I'm coming back to my left now. My left is the opposite side, so I'm going to stay on this side now. So remain on whatever side is opposite that you started. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling. And on the next inhale, I'm going to come up, with the arm up overhead. Stretch and reach, and on the exhale, bring it down. Good. All right, so we should be feeling a little bit loosened up now. So we're going to come onto our hands and knees. We're going to do a few what they're called cat-cows. So on the inhale, you're going to look up and bring the hips up. And on the exhale, going the opposite way, really dropping the shoulders and the hips down and bringing the spine up towards the ceiling and really pulling the belly button into, trying to bring the belly button towards the spine on the exhale. And on the inhale, looking up, bringing the hips up, curving the spine. And on the exhale, going the opposite way, pulling the belly button in and really stretching the shoulders. So again, just go at your own pace. Moving with your breath and going as far as your body will allow you to go in these movements. Just make sure you're really going as far as you're comfortable, really getting that good movement in the spine, getting that good stretch in the back of the shoulders and the upper back. Do it for a little bit longer. And try to make it a nice, slow, steady movement. This practice is all about trying to just relax, and ideally we're getting ready for the end of the day, or we're just at the end of our workout and we're cooling down, wherever you want to place this practice. And it's okay to do this practice in the morning too, if you're looking for a nice way to just slowly get the body moving. But the idea is it should be relaxing and it should be easy. Okay, so let's return back to the tabletop position, just neutral spine. We're going to come down to our bellies. Okay, so we're going to go into a Sphinx pose, coming onto our forearms. Now here you can grab your pillows again, so you can prop those up right under you here to help hold you up a little bit. And then just bring your forearms in, so that way your elbows are in line with your shoulders, okay? And making sure that everything's in line, nothing's hanging out or too far forward. So holding that Sphinx pose properly, keeping the legs straight, just giving that gentle back bend in the lower back here. Just keeping the shoulders pulled back. We don't want to hunch the shoulders forward in this pose. Let's try to hold it comfortably. Just a nice gentle lower back bend here. Just try to hold it here for a little bit. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling, and just try to find your comfort in this area. And if your lower back is really bad, and like even this is just too much, then just allow yourself to lay flat on your belly and just come down to the floor and just do some gentle raises, getting those gentle back bends in until you're able to come all the way up on the forearms. And if you feel you can go further, you can go into what's called seal and actually straighten the arms and come right up off the floor. So just make sure if you do this, you keep the hips and the tailbone down on the floor and just getting that good curve in the lower back here, okay? And you can kind of clench the butt a little bit to help support the spine. And keep the toes pointed towards the other wall. And you can come back down to Sphinx. Take a moment to relax. And then we'll come back up to seal again. Now looking forward, keeping the shoulders pulled back and dropped. Getting that good, gentle curve in the lower back here. You can even look up if you like, if you have a little bit of extra flexibility to do so. And return to Sphinx. Okay, one last time. We'll push up into seal. Getting that good curve in the lower back. And again, if this is painful, then don't do it. Don't do anything that hurts. We just want to try and get a nice, gentle back bend. So only go as far as you're comfortable. All right. So we'll stop that now, and we'll come down into a child's pose. So I'll show you a couple options for that. You can bring the knees together and completely just release the body on the knees, bringing your head to the floor and your palms up beside you. And this is one option. If you're comfortable doing this, then I highly encourage this one, because this is a great way to open up the back and really give the back that break after those back bends. If you need to, you can bring your pillows onto your knees for a little bit of extra support here. Okay. And again, I encourage you to find that place where you're most comfortable so your pillows are where they need to be. But the idea is to get that nice, so we're curving the spine in the opposite way now, right? We had the back bend going, and now we're releasing that back bend and allowing the spine to go back in the other direction, and just relax here, okay? So inhaling deeply through the nose and really bringing in the air and really trying to bring space into the back here and really stretch out the spine and just allow it to curve naturally. Releasing the head completely, getting that full stretch in the back. We'll remain here for a little bit. Inhaling deeply and exhaling. Good. A couple more. And just close your eyes and completely relax here. Again, if you can, bring your hands beside you with the palms facing up. This is just another way to help bring some space into the upper back. So if you feel you have tension in the upper back, this is a great way to release it, is in this type of pose, with the head completely relaxed on the floor. Inhaling deeply into the back, exhaling and releasing. So one more breath, inhaling deeply, hold, exhale. Good. Alright, so we'll slowly come up, sitting up on our knees, just feeling how we feel. Take a moment to stretch out the neck and the shoulders a little bit if you need to. And we'll come back to seated position. Just do a little bit more stretching in the legs, especially here. Okay. So now we're going to open up the legs as wide as comfortable. Bring the pillows in front of you. And we're just going to lean forward here. Okay, lean forward. Now, if you can't even lean forward, if you're up like this, again, that's okay. Go as far as you're comfortable. If you can lean forward, you can go ahead and prop yourself up on the pillows. Just allow yourself to relax here. With the legs as wide as they can go, as comfortable as possible. And just relax on your pillows or with your hands helping you for support. And you can release the head here. I'll just remain here for a couple of breaths. Just relaxing. Getting a nice deep stretch in the inner thigh here. So what we'll do is we'll just kind of bring ourselves over to one side, kind of reaching towards that foot. You don't need to grab the foot or anything. We're just going to turn towards it as far as you're comfortable. If you like, you can even bring your pillows with you and lean on your pillows here. Or you can use your hands to hold you up, whatever works best. And you're just trying to turn towards one foot. And again, just remembering to breathe deeply and really release and relax. And relax. Good. Good. We'll come over to the other side and bring your pillows with you. This is the same thing, just on the opposite side. So just relaxing as much as possible. Again, if you're up here, that's okay. You can grab your strap if you're up here like this. Or use your strap, wrap it around your foot, and hold onto your strap, just like we did earlier. Just this time we have the legs in an open position. Wherever you're most comfortable. Oh, and even tucking the pillows under your knees again. If it's too tight, you can go ahead and tuck the pillows under your knees like we did earlier. And that's another option as well. Whatever is best for you, find the place that makes the pose comfortable for you. where you're still getting that stretch, but you can hold it comfortably. That's the key for this type of practice, okay? Good. We'll hold it for just a little bit longer. Good. We'll come back to center again, going forward. See if you can go a little bit more forward this time. If you were up here earlier, see if you can maybe bring yourself down, maybe another inch. If you're on your pillows, take a moment to see if you can release the pillows and bring yourself down a little bit more. Always see if you can bring a little bit more space, a little bit more. If it's as far as you can go, if you go further it's going to hurt, then don't do it. But if you feel that you have that room to go a little bit further, then I encourage you to just go gently, but go a little bit further when you can. And this is going to help increase that flexibility, help stretch out the muscles a little bit more, help increase that range of motion. We just want to make sure we're going nice and slow and steady to give the muscles that time to expand rather than trying to rip them. Good. Okay. So we'll add in a nice side stretch here now. So just kind of reach for one foot with the same arm. Inhaling the arm overhead. Now if this is hard enough, then stay here. And again, you can grab your strap and use your strap to help here. And we're just going to try and lean over to the side a little bit. If you're comfortable up here, stay here. But if you can lean over and just get a nice side stretch, go as far as you're comfortable. We're not going to hold this side for too long. Just enough to get that good stretch. Good. Couple more breaths. Then we'll come out. Now if you're using your strap, bring it over to the other side, inhaling that arm up. And on the exhale, bring yourself over wherever you're comfortable going. At any moment you feel like you're going too far, then go ahead and pull back. If you're here, even if this is difficult and you need to bring the arm down, that's okay. Just slowly go a little bit further at your own pace, as far as you're comfortable, as far as you're getting the stretch. And as long as you go slow and steady, I promise you, you will increase that range of motion. You will increase that flexibility. Remembering to breathe deeply. And we'll come up and release. We'll go forward one more time. One last deep stretch. See if you can go a little bit further than last time. Good. We'll come out of that. Alright, we'll bring the feet together. Do one last stretch. This time with the feet together. Use your strap, sitting up nice and tall. Same thing as last time. You can put the pillows under your knees if you like to here. And we'll just get a full stretch. So in this case, we're going to lead with the chest as far as we're comfortable. And then we're going to release the head and get a full stretch in the back of the neck here too. And just allow the shoulders to drop in this position. Allow yourself to go as far as you're comfortable. Again, if you're comfortable sitting up straight with the pillows under your knees, if you can't go very far, that's okay. You find the level and modification that's best for you for this pose. If you don't go as far as I do, that's fine. If you go further than me, great. Whatever it is that you're at. Don't worry about where I'm at. Don't worry about what somebody else might be at. Worry about how you feel. Worry about what you're doing. And this is why I encourage people to close their eyes with each pose and just allow yourself to feel it. If you close your eyes, then you can really feel it out. You can bring more internal awareness into what you're doing. So again, just if you're able to go forward a little bit, just release the head. Get a full stretch in the back here. As far as you're comfortable, try to enjoy the stretch. Try not to get it to a point where it hurts. Find the place where it's most comfortable. Do whatever you need to do to make it that way. And we'll just take the time to allow the body to reap the benefits of this pose. Remembering to breathe, inhaling through the nose. Exhaling and relaxing. On the inhale, creating space in the body. And on the exhale, completely releasing all the tension and allowing yourself to just comfortably move forward as far as you are comfortable. Good. Excellent. Okay. Inhale and just slowly and carefully come up. Sitting up nice and tall. So now the moment that everyone's probably waiting for. We're going to lay down. So if you're on a floor and you have pillows, go ahead and put your pillows where your head's going to be. If you feel that your lower back is, a problem, then find yourself a chair or some way to prop your legs up like this to help you relax that lower back into the floor even more. But if you feel you're okay, then just go ahead and release the legs and lay down. And just try to completely relax now. Take a moment to see how your body feels. What we'll do is we'll add a gentle twist before we end the practice completely. So just bring the knees into the chest and just rock them from side to side for a second. And just massage out the spine. It should feel nice. And then we'll just bring them all the way down to one side. And just either look up, look to the opposite direction, stretch out the other arm, get that nice twist all the way through the body. And we're just going to relax here and allow the lower back to release. Inhaling deeply through the nose. Exhaling and relaxing. And again, just close your eyes and enjoy this gentle twist. If you find you're twisting too far, you can put pillows under the knees to help prop them up a bit. And that'll help modify the twist a little bit so that way you're more comfortable if it's a little bit hard for you to get this far. But again, we want to try to make it as comfortable as possible and just allow the body to naturally accept the pose and naturally accept the twist at its own pace. And the more we can do that, then the more we'll be able to increase our range of motion and flexibility at a safe and steady pace. We'll just relax on this side for a little bit longer. Good. Inhaling deeply. And exhaling. I really encourage you to try and focus that your breath is nice and steady and slow through this type of practice. So whenever you come to revisit this practice again, make sure your breath is nice and steady and slow. You're really focusing on keeping it nice and steady, taking in those deep inhales and full exhales. Okay, so you can keep the eyes closed. We're just going to move the legs over to the other side. So just very carefully and very gently, however you need to do it, bringing the legs over to the opposite side for a twist in the opposite direction. Finding your comfort in this side, moving the pillows over if you need to. And just completely relax and allow the lower back to release. And close the eyes if you haven't already. And just allow the pose to be relaxing. We're coming to the end of our practice. And we want to try to be able to just allow the body to rest. We'll remain on this side for a little bit longer. Take a moment to notice how you feel. See if you're still feeling any tension anywhere. Notice if you're feeling a little bit more relaxed, a little less tense. Take notice of what areas need more attention and more focus. And what areas seem to be doing, all right. Couple more breaths on this side. Good. Okay, so now let's return to that neutral place. Laying down on our back. Stretch out the legs. Now if it's hard for you to lay on your back, then by all means, don't do it. Lay on your side. This is the end of our practice where we want to be as comfortable and relaxed as possible. This is what we call our corpse pose. So if you're comfortable, you can lay on your back with the palms up towards the ceiling. But again, if there's no way you can get comfortable laying like this, then go right ahead and grab some extra pillows, lay on your side, put your legs up on a chair or something. Anything you need to do to completely, and I mean completely relax, okay? So when you find that place, just close your eyes. We're going to take a moment to bring our attention and our awareness to each part of the body, starting from the toes. So take a moment to wiggle the toes and roll the ankles and move the feet a little bit. I know you can't see mine, but your eyes should be closed anyway, so that's good. So just, move the feet around, not the legs, just the toes and the feet, roll the ankles. And then let them relax and let them fall naturally, wherever it is that they fall. And if you're laying on your back, then take a moment to just kind of raise one leg off the floor. Just a little bit, just an inch or two. Just kind of put some stress on that leg. And then release and allow it to fall naturally onto the floor and comfortably. And same with the other leg, just raise it up an inch or two. And point the toe and try to reach for the wall. And then just let it fall comfortably and gently onto the floor, onto your bed, wherever you are. And just take a second to wiggle your hips and Go from side to side. Good. Just find that place where they can fall naturally and relax. And then we're going to take a moment. We're going to raise the arms and the shoulders and the head off the floor. Not a whole lot, just a gentle, almost like a crunch. And just really reach the hands towards the toes. Reach, reach, reach. Stress. And then on the exhale, gently come back down. Now roll the head from side to side. And this is all, of course, this is all if you're laying down on your back. If you're laying on your side, then you might do this a little bit differently. If you have your legs up on a chair, again, it'll be a little bit differently. But the idea is to just bring some focus to each part of the body, put a little bit of strain in it, and then let it relax and let it fall naturally. All right, and let the head come back to its neutral position. Now let's bring our attention to our face for a moment. So with the eyes closed, just make sure your forehead is relaxed, your jaw and your tongue are just falling naturally. Let out a sigh. Now just imagine yourself comfortably just laying down. If you're surrounded by pillows, just imagine you're on a cloud. You're just completely relaxed. Eyes closed. If you feel any tension anywhere, then just find a way to see if you can release it. Again, you can put a little bit of stress and strain in that area. Really focus in that one spot. And then exhale and just let it drop and relax. Just really do what you need to do to try and find a way to allow your whole body to just release, including the face and the mouth and the jaw, every little inch of you. And then even if you have any thoughts going on in your head, don't try to stop them. If your mind is clear, then that's great. But if you're the type of person who's always thinking, then don't try to stop it. Just let it happen. If that's what you do, then let it happen here. And just kind of look at your thoughts like an outside observer. Take a third person perspective. And don't put any negative or positive or anything, any feelings towards your thoughts. Just let them happen. Kind of like, again, like clouds just passing by in the sky. Your mind is the sky, and the clouds are your thoughts, and they're just passing by. That's all they're doing. They have no negative or positive consequences here. They're just passing by. So just let that happen for the next couple of minutes. We're just going to lay here comfortably for the end of our practice, allowing the body and the mind to just do what they do naturally here and relax as much as possible. And it might be hard for some of you to actually find that relaxation point. If you find you're constantly kind of wiggling and moving around, that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes it takes time to find that point where you don't need to constantly readjust. So if you feel like you need to move a little bit here and there, that's okay. Don't stop yourself. Just don't feel bad about it. That's all I ask right now. Just don't feel bad about anything. Don't, slap yourself on the wrist about any little thing going on right now. You just let it happen. And then once you find that zone that you can relax in, even if it's just for a few seconds, you do that before you have to readjust again. But if you're laying still and you're found your spot where your mind is just clear or the thoughts are just passing by, then we'll remain here for a little bit longer. Really feel that relaxation. Feel yourself sinking into the floor or into your bed. If you like, you could even just fall asleep. If it's the end of the day and you're getting ready for bed, you can go right ahead and fall asleep here, and that's okay too. We'll remain here for a little bit longer. Just for a little bit longer. Just enjoying that place of relaxation. Now, if you feel you want to stay here, that's fine, you do that. If you need to get up and out, then do it slowly. So just start by wiggling the fingers and rolling the ankles. If you're not already laying on your side, then go ahead and roll over to your side. Just lay on your side for a little bit. Just relax. And if this is where you want to stay, then you can go right ahead and stay here. You don't have to get up. If it's the end of the day and you're going to bed, just go to bed. Good night. But if it's not and you still need to get to that bed, then very slowly make your way out of this laying down position. Bring yourself up to that seated pose, sitting up nice and tall. Feeling relaxed and ready to end the day, or ready to maybe just take on a few things before it's the end of the day. Or if it's the beginning of the day, then hopefully you're feeling ready to do that, whatever it is that you're at. But either way, I thank you for joining me, and I hope you found this practice relaxing, and you're feeling a little bit more stretched out. And hopefully you found this helpful.